Hello, Tenos. I hope you're having a lovely day. And today I'm making a recap of Devstream 189. This update is gigantic. There's so many quality of life updates, two reworks, a new Warframe, and more that I will talk about. Now let's go to the beginning of the Devstream and let's talk about the housekeeping parts. So, our first bit of housekeeping is that Quest to Conquer Cancer. This is the annually done event hosted by Warframe devs, DE. We play games, we donate in their streams, and all of these donations go for charity to Quest to Conquer breast cancer or pancreatic or colon type of cancer. And this year's free reward will be the Zephyr Conqueror skin. This will be free for everyone when we reach charity goals. This is how it was done last year. And it will also have these wings. I don't know if these wings were mentioned as ephemera or maybe it's a part of the skin. And Rebecca also mentioned these wings are fully articulate. So these wings will move, which is really cool in my opinion. I play Zephyr a bit. She's a really fun Warframe. I suggest her, and I'm gonna rock the skin. I like the message. I like where the skin comes from. It was also one of the concept arts of that one famous concept artist in DE. Unfortunately, passed away. God rest his soul. I can't remember exactly, but this skin is amazing, and I can't wait to get it. Quest for Conqueror, amazing. Next news. So another little news in the housekeeping is that Ordis, our Cephalon's your friend from the beginning, his voice actor in real life, Mike, will retire, and Ordis will have a new voice actor. I can't remember his name, but this new voice actor also voiced Bombastin in Duiri, and the old the old voice lines of Ordis will stay, and any new voice lines will be done with the new voice actor. So old Ordis is still with us. It's just from now on the new voice lines will be done by the new voice actor. Now we are coming to the fun part. Nabrus returns. And the first image we see is, as you can see, this is the famous Saturn 6 armor, and now it's gonna be in the Day of the Dead motif with pattern. Yeah, it's a Day of the Dead version of the Saturn 6 armor set. I love this armor set. I made so many fashions with this, and this is just awesome. And I was so hyped when I see this. I'm a fashion guy, and Saturn 16 Day of the Dead patterns is chef's kiss. I can't wait to get my hands on this. And of course, with Nabros, there's also another news, which is with Baro Katir. I almost forgot to mention there will be a new Battle Pass, Nora's Mix. Obviously, this will be Day of the Dead team, and this is one of the cosmetics item you can get at the end. And if I pause here, you can also see there is an augment mod there. It's called Neurophagic Neurophagic Vigor. We don't know what this augment mode is for, but that kind of gets me hyped because that can be something interesting. And you can also see there's some new quest in this Nora's mix, which seems like something with the helmet because that's the helmet symbol. From what I see, there's also another cosmetic item. I believe that's Atomos, the secondary flamethrower, getting a skin, and I think in 28 that might be a Sentinel skin or a glyph. That's pretty neat. Also, sorry if there's any loud noises. There's some construction work going on right now. I'm kind of in a tight schedule. Anyways, so I was mentioning Barketeer. Let's move on to that news. So, as we can see, Barketeer will have a new look in the Halloween. I think they mentioned it starts from October 17th to November 4th, or like maybe in the middle of the November. But this Barketeer will start visiting us from October 17th. I know that. And apparently he will sell these cursed items. We have the Eschatos Keteer ephemera. Looks real nice. We have Eschatos Keteer chest guard and Eschator Keteer shoulder guards and Eschatos grimoire skin. Now the chest and the shoulder piece kind of remind me of that Arca series of armor set that is in red, which is kind of cool in my opinion. Like the red fits them well. I hope it's metallic because there's also like a Christmassy version of that armor set, and the metallic looks really good on it. The ephemera, I don't know if they show the ephemera there. Oh, that, of course, the elephant in the room. You can notice there's 50 stocks there. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so that's all for Barketeer, it seems. Let's go to the next news. So, our next news is obviously the unannounced fall update is Valis Undermined. This update will come in October 15th, so that's in 3 weeks, I believe. And we have our first look here to Noko, our mushroom frame. Yep, this frame excites me. This guy looks really goofy, and I really like his design so far. And I like he has those little guys around him. I think they were called like Sparlegs or something. I will talk about his abilities in a minute. Also, for collectors, he also has a Prex card. Uh, Good luck finding it. I usually struggle with this. I think last time I got the Prex card was Flares. I still yet to find. I think I found Orexia with some help. Here is Noko, and apparently from DE's explanation, Noko has a dual idol. As you can see, he's described as Yareli's little brother, and in his idol animation, Yareli comes in, they dance together, and that's pretty cool. Like that kind of opens the gateways to maybe Gauss and Grendel or Excalibur and Nyx having like dual partner like idol animations. Like in my opinion, that's pretty cool. I quite like it. Next on the news. So we now know Noko. How do you obtain him? That's a good question. So in Fortuna, there's now this infested area, like at the left side when you enter it, I believe. Let me check. Apparently, to get him, you first have to do the new war quest. So yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, he comes with that ephemera. You just see like the little guys. Yeah, the little mushrooms. So yeah, you enter Fortuna. In your left side, there's an infested door, and when you enter it, you meet Fortuna uh, civilian. I forgot their name. Vox Solaris member. His name is Nightcap. From what I understand, with a Nightcap is obviously your vendor. This is how you get to your pieces. And from what I understand, our mission is to collect mushrooms. There's like a bunch of mushroom types, and that's apparently how we're gonna unlock Noko himself. And apparently his shop, this Nightcap shop, will have bunch of flora as decoration. So in case you love growing a garden in Warframe, that's some great news for you. I mean, I kind of find them neat, but I was never like a fashioner for the room you stay in. Like my back room has like a bunch of flues, but I never thought of a garden. It's pretty neat to me. I believe that field guide is the yeah. These are the mushrooms you collect in his mission. And to be honest, let me quickly open the mission. Apparently, in Nightcap's room, there's also this the prince. You can feed it, and what Rebecca explained is when you feed this prince, you can go on to adventures. And if I skip a little bit, this is one of the adventures, which you're one of the little guys of Noko, and basically you just walk around and look around for stuff. I believe you try to find your way. It's quite interesting. The cat does he like? I believe you can interact with things, or you're either trying to find something, or you're just adventuring. Really cool. It's an interesting concept. I quite like it. Be careful what you eat, Tenno, is their message. And with Noko's release, the way to obtain him, Fortuna now has new bounties, which you can get from that little guy, like right there. Like, you know how Ihuduku is there? There's like this little guy right there. And these are called deep mines bounties. So you know how like the Fortuna elevator goes up usually? Now with deep mine bounties, the Fortuna elevator will go down. It goes down and boom, you're in the deep mines. You do the bounties here, you do your missions here, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the ways to unlock Naoko himself. This is pretty cool. I believe this is where they explain Noko's abilities. Let me skip a little bit. Alright, so the Mushroom Man himself, Noko, his passive is not explained in the stream, but I saw a tweet from Pablo that says when Noko dies, if there's a nearby mushroom like these, he can respawn from them. Like if he dies, you see a mushroom there, you can respawn out of it. And his first and second ability summons these mushrooms. I saw another tweet from Pablo that you can bounce on these. Like if you put a mushroom, jump on it, boom, you propel yourself upwards. And right before you hit the ground, you summon another mushroom, boom, you jump again. Like you can just bounce on these mushrooms and just jump around, which is really cool. His first mushroom, that big round one, gives viral damage, like it deals viral. And the second one is like a buffer, like this one you see right now is a buffer. I believe it gives you defenses and some energy regen, I believe, something like that. Basically, his first mushroom is a damage dealer, his second mushroom is like a buffer. Really neat. His third ability is he becomes these little guys, he becomes immortal, and he also becomes untargetable, and then he also puts enemies to sleep, and he also heals insanely fast. So that's your survivability. You're about to die, boom, you become little guys, you heal fast, and you're back on action. His fourth ability, apparently, is called something like bounce. Basically, you throw something and it bounces between enemies and your mushrooms. So that's your fourth ability. It's like it sounds like a really huge nuke, and that got me really excited because like not only the thing you shoot bounces between enemies, it also bounces between your mushrooms, which deal like viral and like buffs you. So not only are you getting buffed, and you're also dealing viral damage to enemies, you also like capitalizing on the placement of his mushrooms by bouncing this nuclear bomb around them, which is really cool. And he has really good survivability. First impressions from Noko, I like it. I can't wait to get this Warframe, and I'm gonna play the shit out of him. Like this sounds fun. I used to be a Teemo main in League of Legends. You can hate me, but this guy speaks to me, man. I love Noko. He also has a signature weapon, which I'm gonna get to right now. Give me a second. So, this is Noko's signature weapon. I believe he has another weapon, but I don't think that wasn't shown. So, this is his signature weapon, which is an arc gun. We don't exactly get explained what it shoots, but it looks nice. It's mushroomy. And also, with this arc gun reveal, there's also another news. It's like a quality of update for arc guns. So, in this new update, arc guns like Mausolon, Larkspur, Corvus, all arc guns now equip two arcanes. The first arcane from the primary arcane selection, the second arcane from the secondary arcane selection. So like basically your arc gun can now equip primary crux with secondary flare, or primary merciless with secondary enervate, which even thinking about it makes me frothing at the mouth because like red crits on my weapon while also having infinite ammo, while also having extra damage, like this update is insane. I can't believe this arcane change happened. Like we always wanted arcanes, but like this is crazy. Like even Imperator can be strong with this. Like this is amazing. I'm so excited to try this. Like this is really cool, man. Anyways, next news. So for fashioners like me, there are two new deluxe skins. First one is this Chinese mythology inspired Yi Jingxing Wukong skin. This is a Wukong Deluxe. This looks like it was inspired by the Jade Emperor. I'm so hyped for this. Even though I have 1% play rate on Wukong, I'm buying this instantly. Because I'm pretty sure there's an in-game model of this. I mean, man. Oh yeah, by the way, it comes with a skin for the Sun and Moon, apparently. It looks nice. It's really green. The skin itself, man, this skin looks cool. He looks like the Jade Emperor. I also like the skin. It comes for the sword. I wish it was a staff skin, not gonna lie, because it's Wukong. I believe it also comes with a Sugatra. In case you don't know what Sugatra is, it's the things you attach to the end of your weapons and they just dangle around. Apparently, apparently this is Sugatra, and apparently this is the longest Sugatra ever made in Warframe. That and man, look at that skin. Insta cup. It's an Insta cup. I'm telling you, like this is really good, man. My wallet will be crying. And obviously, the other deluxe skin is, I believe it will be shown in a little bit. There he is. Lavos Kima. The concept art that was shown at TanaCon is finally with us. Man, this skin is good. He has eels, apparently, and he also comes with a Signa that gives him laser eye, like laser vision, like a laser sight. That's like really cool. What is the in-game? Where's the in-game model? Considering this is a lava skin, that's pretty cool. Man, just look at him. He gives me major Necron vibes, and apparently, yeah, you can see his on his face. Like apparently, that's the new Signa called Fumulo Signa. It basically gives you like that holographic face mask. It's pretty nice. I'm in love with this skin. I can't wait to get this skin. Like his prime design is amazing. His Tenogen skins are pretty cool, but this is on a different level. I can't wait to get this. Alright, now it's time for the reworks. Our first rework from Pablo is on something really important for Warframe, damage attenuation. So I'm basically gonna try to summarize this. Basically, what Pablo speaks about is why does Warframe use. So as I was saying, my bad, I got cut off. Construction is really loud. So basically, Pablo explains why does DE use damage attenuation. Basically, he says like there's new players, there's mid game and end game players. End game players deal a lot of damage. New players deal not so much damage. So damage attenuation is so the end game players don't kill bosses in 10 seconds, and starter players can struggle against these bosses, but like these bosses don't appear until late game. But like still, it can cause frustrations because sometimes DE adds enemies, regular enemies, give them damage detonation, and then that enemy doesn't die. And even though he gets nerfed 3 times, he still doesn't die because of the attenuation. I'm looking at you, Dedicant. What was his name again? He's like Dedicant from 1999. I hate him so much. Scalder Dedicant, the broccoli head. I hate those broccoli heads, man. When they first released, they were immortal. You would just stand there for 20 minutes. So that's what Pablo explains. They don't want just an enemy, just even a regular enemy, stand there, tanked all of the shots, and the fights going on for 10 years. So here's the suggestions for the fixes. So the fixes are basically they won't use flat numbers as attenuation. Like, oh, this guy will have this much, this guy will have this much, like this guy, all of them will have this much. Like they won't do that. They will standardize based on the boss and the enemy type. I believe this is what he explained. They are lowering damage attenuation, so it's easier to fight them. But obviously, to not make it that easy to fight them, they are increasing their health. So the enemies will be more healthy but their damage attenuation is getting lower. And for multiplayer side, it might be individual attenuation or it might be an attenuation for everyone. Like it's really complex stuff. Pablo adds in the ending of this video, of course, there's too many bosses. There's too many bosses with attenuation, and they don't know like how to standardize certainly like pitch point perfect. You know what I mean? Like point perfectly. So basically, they will do the attenuation changes. We will fight these bosses like the 30 Eyes, the Dedicant, the elite enemy, the centipede from Komei's mission, the tank, like any big boss, and they will hear our feedback and they will nerf and buff their attenuation based on that. That's pretty cool. I like the changes. The feedback part I'm kind of interested in because I hope this doesn't cause like a controversy in the community like, oh, this boss is too hard for us, nerf him. But another side of the community says like, this boss is too easy. Like, I hope this doesn't cause any polarization of the community based on their feedback because like that might happen with end game and mid game plays. Maybe like some for that single boss might be too easy for one side of the community and it might be too hard for one side of the community. So that's one of my concerns. I hope the polarization of the community doesn't happen, but Other than that, these damage attenuation changes are really good, and I'm like Pablo cooking. And of course, this is not the only rework. The big one, the long awaited Oberon rework is upon us, and let's go through that right now. So, Mr. Oberon, our cleric, our warlock, our paladin is finally getting his paladin treatment because holy moly, that like these new abilities are scary. These scare me because look at okay. So basically his passive, whenever you collect health orbs, you and your allies, I believe, does it say allies? Yeah. Whenever Oberon collects health orbs, you and your allies will have 3 charges of negation. What that means is basically Oberon now has Mesmer Skin, you know, the Revenant thing. Revenant Warframe, he gains that Mesmer Skin, he has 15 charges, he just ignores all damage. Yes, basically that's what Oberon is getting as his passive. I don't know how to feel about this. If it's consistent, that's kind of scary, but I feel this is necessary because like Revenant was the most played Warframe of 2024, and in my opinion, sorry about that. That's some ad, I believe. I don't know. So basically, what that means is, Revenant was one of the most played Warframe. He was the most played Warframe of 2024, and now he like Oberon like Revenant was the most played Warframe of 2024, and now Oberon is like as a competition. That's kind of interesting to see, and this can be consistent if, but we need to test it. Like we don't know if this gonna work with Equilibrium, how consistent it will be, because like there's an arcane called Arcane Universal Fallout, which gives you universal orbs based on the radiation procs, and he deals radiation. Speaking on that, Smite, his first ability, I believe this is. His Smite changes are really good. Basically, what the hell was that? He fully strips defenses, including Overguard. So, oh, is there a 50 Eximus units? Is there like a 5 different Traxes attacking your Exolizer? Boom, one smite, the Overguard is gone. And it deals percent damage based on enemy HP. So like the healthier enemy, like basically if you attack like an Eximus, like an enemy with really high HP, the smite will deal a lot of damage to the enemies around that tanky enemy as well. That is really cool. So like not only you're fucking up a Eximus or a Trax by stripping all their overguard, you're also like I don't want to say nuking, like you're also like chunking the enemies around them as well. That is so cool. I like that smite change. He is hollow ground. He is, you know, the grass carpet is now a circle. I didn't even know it was a cone. I thought it was like a square that would like cover everything. Nope, I was wrong. It was a cone. And now it will be a circle. It will work better on leveled areas like with stairs and bumps and shit, like ramps. And it will have reliable radiation. Apparently, the radiation procs of the carpet was like a chance. Why? I'm not gonna ask. It's not gonna be guaranteed radiation procs. See where this is going? That's what I was mentioning. That's why I was mentioning the universal fallout. And there's an updated nullifier effect here. I want to talk about this. Nullifier, that corpus with the bubble that cancels your shit, no longer insta pops certain abilities. I believe there should be a list here. Let me open that up real quick. Okay, that list was kind of like a blink and you miss it, so I couldn't find it. Basically, certain abilities like Mag's bubble or Limbo's like 4, his gigantic dome, or Oberon's carpet, they will no longer insta cancel. Like they will no longer disappear instantly when a nullifier touches them. So Limbo mains rejoice. Your bubble no longer bursts instantly if a nullifier is just walks into it, like breathes into it. It's gonna shrink faster apparently. That's what's gonna happen now. Real nice. Renewal is the third ability. It's now affinity range. It now has a fixed energy cost. It will have armor increase, and it will be 2 times for allies and 2 times heal when cast on the hollow ground, your carpet. And his 4 will apparently now have more damage, like triple the damage, and it will deal even more damage based on the radiation procs on the enemies. Holy shit. So not only my carpet is gonna be reliable radiation proc, and my smite's gonna chunk the enemies around the Eximus unit, my 4, based on the radiation procs, will be another nuclear bomb that I can just use. And it will no longer need the carpet to armor strip enemies. That is amazing. That's what I've been wanting for ages at this point, because like, oh, I need to put my carpet to armor strip the enemies with my 4. That's no longer exist. You can now armor strip enemies with just the 4. No longer that synergy is just removed. It's just you use your 4, enemies armor stripped. That is just good. Oh, by the way, apparently you gain armor based on the enemies you hit, and you can give that to allies as well. So he's basically like a interesting health tank that also utilizes radiation to keep himself immortal like Revenant. It's quite interesting. Considering how much armor he gets, you can probably don't even need to energize. You can just use equilibrium with some Archon shards, and then you go Universal Fallout with Arcane Battery to get shit ton of energy, and then you're just immortal if it's that consistent. But man, this Oberon rework excites me a lot because like Revenant has competition, Oberon suddenly becomes insanely useful and nuker, and overguard removing overguard is really good and instantly. You, in a like that's like in Void Cascade, Traxes can die easier in regular missions. That pesky enemies with overguard attached to them all the time, not a problem anymore. That's cool. I can't wait to get my hands on this rework. I loved Oberon. I didn't play him much, but I loved him because he has cool looking helmets and a really cool deluxe skin. But man, he was terrible to play. He was deemed one of the forgotten ones. But now not anymore. I swear to God, like we are looking at the jump at play rate for this guy, and I can't wait to see that happen. So next news. So DE also mentions the new mod quest for modding. If you still don't know modding, or if you're a new beginner player and you want to learn more about not modding, Teshin will help you. This is also really cool. It's lore-wise, it connects like those gaps, like why Teshin is suddenly here. Like who's this guy in the conclave that's suddenly appearing? Like now it fills in those gaps. That's quite neat. Now I'm gonna play it, obviously. It's a quest, it's an important quest. And hey, Mortician. That's nice to see. Next news. So in this section, there's some Blitz quality of life updates. Basically, there will now be a toggle for mirroring the armor pieces you put on your legs or arms. I hope this works for those armors that like only on your left arm. There's a bunch of them, Elixir Latron. I hope it works for them. If not, that will make me really sad. Like I'm gonna be really sad if those only left armor sets like can't be mirrored. I hope they do. I hope they do. I believe other quality of life was about something about they said something about screen shaking. I believe they are reducing the recoil on some weapons. That's nice because Jesus, guys, some weapons shake like crazy. And I believe that was it for the Blitz quality of life. So let's look at the next news. Because oh yeah, for fashionistas like me, there's also some new skins. There's a Dagat Tenogen skin. There's a Vorna Tenogen skin. Her second Tenogen looks real nice. There's also a Citrine Tenogen. I almost thought this was Mag for a second. Like, why are they showing Mag again? No, this is the Citrine Tenogen skin. There's also a new helmet for Dagat. And I believe there's a cape here. Oh yeah, there's a helmet for Corvex. First Corvex fashion in 50 years. There's also a cape, I believe. Yep, there it is. That looks real nice. It looks like a Vandigo. So our next news. Oh yeah, our last bit of news is the reveal of the third protoframe. In the Tenacon, it was revealed that Wisp and Harrow are getting protoframes, and there was a third proto-frame that was not revealed, and now it is. The third proto-frame is Uriel, and he has a twist. He is an Orokin proto-frame. I I'm dying to learn the lore implications of this, and I'm dying to see the lore of this because like that's crazy. Like you telling me there's like because like we know like proto-frames were humans, but now boom, a Orokin proto-frame that is deemed as the devil, a fallen Tenno, or whatever it is. What need has a name of it? Yeah, there's a message there, and this will come in old piece. These proto-frames are coming in old piece. That is so cool. And of course, the Orkin proto-frame's name is Rote, and it looks sweet. My wallet will be crying. So, I believe that was all for the Devstream 189. We have cool new reworks, two new reworks for Damage Detonation and Oberon, a Mushroom Frame, new missions, Mushroom Collection, insane amount of fashion, two deluxes, bunch of Tenogen, and the old piece teas, Archon changes, quality of life that couldn't even count, so it was said in a fast manner. I'm excited for this update, and I hope you were as well. If you want more Warframe videos from me or other content, leave a like below, subscribe, turn that bell on for the new video alarms, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day, Tenno. See you guys. Bye.